Hello and welcome to Love Advice TV. This is Coach Adrian, your friend and guide here to help you figure things out and to be with the person that you love. As always, we try to bring you our latest tips, tools, and techniques that apply to what you're going through today in this breakup recovery process to be with the one you love. And I have the opportunity to coach people in their 20s, early 20s especially, who all of a sudden get broken up with. Very often it's their first love or someone that they were with for 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, and all of a sudden a breakup happens and they just don't recognize the person that they were with. They don't understand how someone that they've known for so long can all of a sudden break up and throw in the towel. And so I really wanted to do this video to make sure that you don't lose hope, that you understand what is happening and why it's important that, as always, you focus on your own personal development and not necessarily try to win them over right away. So when young people are in their early 20s, what tends to happen is that your brain is evolving and it's evolving very quickly. You are trying to make your mark. You're trying to kind of find your place in the world, and your partner is going through that exact same transformation. The person that you started dating, the person that they are today are two different individuals, completely. There's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of stress to try to figure out your way and your identity. And going through that process alone is incredibly difficult. Having to go through that process with someone who's also going through that process is even more difficult because you have to deal with their anxiety, their doubts, as well as your own. And so often, people feel that they need to break up in order to find themselves. They need that space. And if you try to cling on, if you try to suffocate your ex or to try to change their mind right away, you really risk alienating them forever, okay? Because most of the time, what's going to happen is that they're going to realize, if you're able to pull away, that they're not happier without you, that their existential issues are still very much there, and that they can't lean on you to help them through it. So it's very important, if you're coming out of a long-term relationship in your early 20s, to not be afraid to give your partner space, to not be afraid to let them move forward. And please make sure that you spend most of your energy living with purpose, finding your own identity, your own individual identity. Your identity right now is tied to the relationship. You live through this relationship. And so I understand how it can be devastating when that identity is completely shattered overnight. It is an opportunity. It is a blessing. It is a chance that it happens so young, where it's a lot easier to find yourself and to create this identity than it is when you're in your 40s or your 50s. So take this breakup as an opportunity to find yourself. And if you do that, and if you're patient, the odds are that you will be with this person again moving forward. You're so young. You guys have built so much together. When you're ready, once you've found your happiness again, you will be an inspiration and they will chase you. Most people feel, and I say this very often in coaching sessions, that they're depressed because they lost the person they love. And that once they get back together, everything will be rosy and dandy. And that's not true. If you are in this mentality, it's just never gonna happen for you. First, you need to find yourself. First, you need to find your inner peace and your happiness and a sense of purpose in order to blossom. And then you're in a position where you can inspire them. Okay? That's what happened to me and my wife. That's why we were separated for over 1.5 years and ultimately came back together and now have a beautiful little daughter. I know it works. I've seen it happen countless times before in coaching sessions, and I know that it can work for you too. So if you're going through a long-term breakup in your early to mid-20s, don't despair. Reach out to me. Let's work together. I have a lot of experience for these types of situations, and the success rate is really good, really good. As long as you reach out to me soon enough and you don't make mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake, and dig yourself in a hole that we won't be able to kind of dig yourself out of. As always, leave me your thoughts, comments, questions in the comment section below. It'll be my pleasure to hear from you and to help you move forward in the best possible way. Keep fighting the good fight, and I hope to hear from you very soon. Take care.